What's up YouTube? I'm back in the still standing garage, and in this video I'm finally going to spray the Monte with some Midnight Blue Pearl. That's the name of the color. I already have all my jams sprayed. That's the actual color there. For those of you that missed it, it's a little dusty, but that's the color. If you missed out on how I got to this point, I do have a playlist for this car, so go check it out on my channel. So right now the car's already been hit with 320 grit. It's already been blocked down with 320, and it does have a mist coat of guy coat, because I am going to hit it with 400 on the interface pad with the DA. So the whole car has that mist of guy coat, except for the fender here. This fender here, I already hit it up on the last video, kind of to demonstrate what I was going to do to the whole car. Don't forget to get your still standing decal from the still standing store. The link's always in my description. The Regal's on standby for right now until I spray the Monte. When I blocked it with 320 grit, I didn't find any imperfections. It was pretty much my last opportunity to find any imperfections and fix them, so everything turned out pretty good. But I will say that blocking with 320 was very time consuming, especially down here, you know, all the bottom of the doors with all those pins for the chrome strips, because I am keeping the chrome trim on this car. So all these pins right here, just want to note that. I mean, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys see that I've been posting about that and pretty much complaining about it, but it is what it is, you know. It ain't gonna sand itself. Before I start hitting the Monte with the DA, I do want to replace the Desiccant beads on my dryer system here. I don't want to mess up my DA by getting moisture in the line. So the side glass here shows me that the desiccants are already pink, and pink means that they're saturated. Blue is normal. The desiccant beads that are in here, I have rebaked them in the past 3 times already. So 3 times for me is gonna be the max, and I am gonna be replacing them with some new ones. So the water trap here that I made a while back, it's been working out really good. I haven't had any issues. I made a video on this, by the way, if you guys want to check that out. It's been working out the last times that I've used it as spray. I haven't had any moisture going through the line and messing up my paint job or even my tools. So it's been working out. So let's go replace these desiccant beads. Let's go. I removed the container from the system. Look how saturated they were. They definitely needed replacing. I did buy 6 pounds on Amazon. They were about 33 bucks. So 6 pounds, 33 bucks. I'll put a link in the description. This is what they look like brand new. It's a blue color, real nice blue color, like a royal blue. Should paint a car that color. That's a real nice color. So I'm gonna dump these out, the old ones, in this container here, put the new ones in, and then we'll start. Alright YouTube, so there it is. The whole car is hit with 400 grit on a DA. I did go ahead and hit all the edges all over again with this 400 on a soft pad here. I showed it in a different video in the past. So I did hit all those edges everywhere. I did have to hit the areas right here, and this right here, and in there with the red Scotch-Brite. Had to make sure I had that nice and smooth. Same thing right here, the back of this little trim right here where the quarter window is at. Hit that. But yeah, everything is pretty much sanded down. It's all dusty in here. You can see where I touched it up already with my hand. Got to blow all that off, make sure everything's clean. But everything's sanded. Every little area, I had to go over it like 2 or 3 times. We hit this area right there too with the red Scotch-Brite. It's ready to go, nice and smooth. I even went ahead and I started working on the header panel, because I do want to go ahead and paint that when I spray the whole car. So I did the same thing, same treatment. I hit this area here with the red Scotch-Brite, and then all these radiuses I did hit it with that soft pad I just showed you, and then all the flat areas was they were hit with the DA. So red Scotch-Brite in there. But yeah, so that's ready to go too. So the whole car and the header panel is ready to be sprayed. But before I start spraying, I gotta clean up everything. Look at this door. Look how dusty it is. So Alright YouTube, so there it is. I blew out the whole garage. It's ready to go. I did it twice. I did wait about an hour before I blew it out the second time. I wanted the dust to settle before I blew it out. Make sure I got most of it out. The Regal's over there protected, ready to go. I did take out my little wall here that's going to go at the bottom of the garage door. That wooden piece there, I cleaned that up. That white box that's right there is actually the exhaust filters. For those of you that don't know, I am going to put them behind these box fans here. There's 5 of them, so I'm going to put an exhaust filter in each one. I did clean up this stand here. That's the one that I'm going to use to place the header panel. I did blow off the wheel covers here. Those are ready to go. Got to protect them hubcaps and them white walls. The tires are actually brand new. Another thing is that when I had the car outside, I did blow out like the wheel wells and all that, and all the gaps and everything. I opened the doors, the trunk, the hood. I blew all that off and it's ready to go. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to bring down the booth, the paint booth, my ghetto booth I call it. And bring that down, get that one ready to go before I start cleaning the Monte and start masking off. Let's keep it moving, let's go. Alright, now I'm going to start hitting the Monte with some wax and grease remover, and got to clean it up before I start masking and make sure everything sticks on there pretty good. The tape sticks on there pretty good. I'm going to clean all in the back over here of the wheel wells here, so that way I could get some tape back there. I am still going to use the covers here, but I'm going to put like a piece of shitting here. I'm going to try to put it right here, just a small one all the way around, so that way I don't get any overspray in there. And then I want to show you guys that I added 2 lights on this side over here too. Turn these on. Boom. I was able to clip them on the rack that's back there, but look, I'm gonna be able to see down here when I'm spraying. Hopefully I don't miss anything even with these lights. I actually saw this idea on Rock Shop Warren's channel, YouTube channel, so check him out. He actually put them on his door, on his garage door. I am gonna add 2 or 3 on that side, on the bottom, because the door is gonna sit right on top of the fans here. So I'm gonna put 3 of them on the bottom of the door, so that way I'm able to see on this side over here too. So check out his channel. It's a great idea. He put a whole bunch of them on his door actually. I need to do that too. I need to buy some more. But yeah, let's start cleaning it up. We'll start masking. Let's go. YouTube, so I opened up the hood again because I wasn't satisfied with how the tape lines were showing up after the hood was closed. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So you see how high I placed this tape here. So that hard line, you could actually see it after the hood was closed, and I didn't like that because I know that once I spray it and I remove that tape, there's going to be a hard line there. So same thing over here on the one that I placed by the fender here, or on the fender. It's about 1/8 away from the top of the fender, and you can see that hard line from the outside. So that's not good. So what I ended up doing is I already started reworking this side. So what I ended up doing is the masking tape here, or the masking paper with the tape, I brought it down lower. Now it's about 3/8 lower, and what I'm doing is I'm using I think this is 1.5 or 2-inch tape, and I folded it's about 3/8 folded at the top, and I'm placing it like so. So that way what that does, it creates a little flap. So this little flap, once I close the hood and I'm spraying, it will flap around and it will give me a soft edge. It's not going to give me a really hard edge, hard line like I did before. I still have to do the top here, so I still have to do this. I did bring this down as well. Let me see, let me show you. There you go. I did bring this down as well, about 3/8 too, and I'm gonna do the same thing up here. I was trying to use the foam tape. I tried that a little bit, and once I started closing the hood, the gaps between the fender and the hood were pushing that tape down, so that wasn't gonna work. So this method here with the tape folded is gonna help out. So, and then it's gonna work out. It's not gonna push it down. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I'm gonna keep it moving. Let's go. YouTube, so there it is. The whole car is masked off. Took me a couple of days to get everything done and ready to go. I mean, I'm gonna have to check to make sure that everything's stuck before I start spraying, because like I said, it takes me a couple of days to do these things. I don't do this all in one shot, 1 or 2 hours a day to knock it out, but everything's taped off. As you guys saw, I did use the foam tape here, the soft edge. I'll show you here on the trunk because I can still open the trunk lid. So I used the soft edge foam here, obviously to give me a soft edge, but as you can see there's a hard line there. So I did place the tape about 1/4 inch to 3/8 away from the edge in the areas that I did use the foam tape at, like the doors and I think it was just the doors and the trunk lid here. So I did put it on both sides over here. That's ready to go, so that way when I spray, I don't get a really hard line or a hard line at all. So there it is, you can see it right there. It's nice and snug in there. So like I said, I have to check to make sure that everything is sticking pretty good before I start spraying. Now it's time to start cleaning up the whole car. So what I'm gonna hit it with first is gonna be the spray weight glass cleaner. And this is gonna help me remove any fingerprints or sweat that I left behind, especially like around the areas that I did mask off, because I know I touched all those edges. So there's a lot of fingerprints around there. I wanna make sure I hit those really good. The wheel wells, all those areas. So I'm gonna hit the whole car with this anyways, but I wanna make sure I hit those edges really good. So this glass cleaner, it's about $2 each, real cheap. I bought 3 cans, but I think with one it's gonna be good. It's always good to have more than not have enough. So I'm gonna hit that fender in the front over there first to show you what this does, and then I'm gonna hit it with the wax and grease remover right after. But I'm not gonna show you all that. I'm just gonna show you what this glass cleaner does. Then we're gonna keep it moving, go straight into the mixing. Let's go. All right, so let's hit this fender real quick. So I'm gonna spray the whole thing, and then we're gonna check it out. We're gonna wipe it off. It's a nice foam action here. You can see right there, I think my head touched right there, but you can see that circle right there. So it's gonna clean it off. It smells really good, by the way, too. So just wipe it off. Nice foam action. I think I probably put too much. And from here on out, when I'm cleaning the car, I am using these latex gloves. I'm not using bare hands. But when I do paint though, I am gonna not wear gloves because I tend to sweat. And I do sweat through the glove. Well, not through, but it comes out the backside. And then I don't want that dripping all over the car. I did try to put like paper towels in the past around my wrist and tape them off, but that didn't work. Went right through. So that kind of sucks. So I'm not gonna use gloves when I'm spraying. The last thing I want is sweat in the paint. So gotta make sure I get all these areas here. These are the areas of concern, because like I said, I was touching right here when I was taping it off. So it smells really, really good. I'm already huffing and puffing over here. What's going on? So this is pretty much how clean it is going to be. And that wax and grease remover is going to remove any other contaminants. So it's pretty much what it's gonna do there. So like I showed you right there, there was like that little area where I touched it with my head or my hand. I don't know what it was, but I cleaned it up really good. Looks really, really good. So I'm gonna clean off the rest of it off camera, but that's pretty much what this glass cleaner does. So we're good to go. So let's keep it moving. We're gonna go straight into the mixing the sealer. Let's go.